Welcome to another Enjoying Art member Learning Together hour. In this hour, we're going to try a different way to use the masking fluid to create the sparkling light right on the surface of the ocean. If you're already a member of Enjoying Art, please plan to join us every Friday. We have two sections, one in the morning, one in the evening. Come to have fun with us. This channel is all about how to do art with fun and relaxation. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and turn on notification. So how we're going to start this painting? Just thinking about how much space do we need for the sky and how much space for the water. So I'm going to decide it to a little bit lower the horizon. So I'm going to probably somewhere over here. So the ship would be staying in the middle. Would be right over here, like that, coming up. Use a printer paper, mask the top part. So I don't want any masking fluid going into the top part. So I'm just put it right over here. Right there. And then I also use another sheet covering my color. Right. So I'm ready. The masking fluid, any masking fluid is fine. Okay, I'm open this. I'm gonna pull enough onto this space that's plenty of masking fluid already. Okay, here's what I'm gonna show you. I'm using a O2 brush. Now here we go. I'm gonna put it inside the toothbrush. Now I'm gonna start from the left to the right. I'm going to put my face a little bit lower so I can see how much actually already splashed onto the paper. You can do a little bit faster, like that. And the top over here has a little more, so I'm going to spray a little more along the top edge. Like that. Okay. Give a little bit more. The masking fluid is already dry. So I'm gonna start mixing the blue-gray color for the background. I'm gonna paint straight from the top all the way into the water. But when I paint the water, I'm going to control the dryness of the brush, so I make sure I have enough those white space going to reserve by having the dry brush. So I'm gonna have this blue color. Here you go. A little bit more blue. A little bit more color because I need quite a bit of color, and they're going to be wet color. And get the red color. A little bit more red. A little bit more red. Okay. I need to have some yellow color as well. The three color together will make the gray color. Okay, a little bit more. And get a little bit red. Okay, that's just pretty good. Okay. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'm going to start from the top, coming down. Maybe a little bit water. That's good. Right, I'm going to start on the top over here, coming down. Okay, all the way coming down over here. Now I'm going to be a little bit careful about where's the water space. The water space is right over here. Like that. That's good. Now that's good. Now I'm going to come down to the bottom over here. Now I'm going to first taking care of the bottom over here. I'm going to move the brush a little bit faster so I can have a little bit more less time to touch the paper. Ready? See that? That's the dry effect we want. So gradually we're coming up over here like a little drive. Now coming the top over here, try to control it horizontal line. Why the top still wet? So I'm gonna take a little bit darker color. Just mix the red with the blue color. So I don't want too much color. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna on the top over here. I'm gonna just tap on it so I have some wet feeling and really wet. So a little bit like that and paint a little bit. Okay, here you go. Just see how it's gonna come out. That is what I would do for this guy over here. Okay, so I'm gonna let it dry. Okay, now my paper already dry. Now I'm ready to come back with the 1-inch flat brush. I'm gonna fix the sky. Okay. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna use a little blue color, a little bit, so I don't just lift up the color. I'm actually gonna change the color. I'm gonna come over here and the top over here. It just use the corner of the brush, just the corner of the brush, moving it, and I'm gonna soften those edges. If anything you don't want, you can just use the corner of the brush and moving it, soften it, and even just lift it up and let it go like this. I'm gonna move this shape a little bit more into this side like that. And any texture you don't want, by using this large brush, you can do that really well. Now I'm gonna soften that over here, and some area I need to return some white space. Now I'm gonna just wet the space over here. So now I'm going to just lift the edge over here. Just use the brush. It actually can remove the color, adjust the colors really fast. And here you go. So this is the power of this flat brush. I'm going to have this, the light color coming in over here, adjusting it. Now the sky look better. And the top over here, I'm going to leave a little light shape on the top of this cloud. This group of cloud like this. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna remove that a little bit. And the edge over here needs a little bit softer. Here you go. Look at that. I'm gonna make the color a little bit softer, a little bit consistent. I don't want to have one area it's just too light, and the whole sky needs to be a little bit more harmony, like that. And like down over here, I'm gonna leave a little bit color up. You don't need to leave it totally clean to be white, because we don't want that kind of look. We want it to be just a little bit proper suggestions. That's good. I'm going to use the calligraphy brush, a little bit smaller now. Now I'm going to just take a little blue color. And I'm going to put the blue color at the top. You see that? It's a little bit suggestions for the sky. Put it over there. This brush is very soft. This is good. It's not scratching the color much. I'm going to take consistently, take the blue color and put it right over here. Put the blue color into this space. Like that. And have a little blue color coming through. Softly blend into the other color, the distance. I'm gonna have this coming through over here, connect to a little bit. After the first round colors dry, always easier to manage. I'm gonna take the blue color over here too, like that. So you can see some nice changes in the sky over here at the top. Like that. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to just leave the paper dry before I come back. Okay, now the whole paper already dry, completely dry. Now I can use my finger to remove the masking fluid. And you can use other tools to pick up the masking fluid. I just feeling the fingers is a little bit more convenience. I also can touch it and I know where it has masking fluid. So I just carefully remove all the masking fluid from the paper. Now all the masking fluid already gone and the entire paper already dried, making sure the space already dried before we can paint the sailboat. Now I mix the blue color and the red color together to get a very dark color, and also need a little yellow. So I want to make it a little bit neutral and a little bit red. Okay, I think the color is about ready. So this would be the color. Using the calligraphy brush, it's just very easy to control. First, gonna paint the biggest shape of the sailboat. That will be the sail. Okay, just straight coming down over here, and the outside edge is a very straight as well. It's a very straight line all the way coming down over here. And let's just find out where's the space. Okay, now I close the shape. Let's get up a little bit here. Make that a little bit higher. And now I'm gonna fill in the whole shape. So this is the foundation color for the sail. Okay, what's the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to pick up a little color, fill in the color. I'm going to paint the next shape, which is the boat, the body of the boat. Okay, the left side is right here, going all the way to see, comparing with the sail to see how big that shape's supposed to be. Okay, don't rush, just enjoy this process. It's very fun. Now the main part of the sailboat is already defined. Okay, now I also define the top over here, make it a little bit sharper at the top. Okay, I don't really need that much paint in the brush. Now I'm gonna paint this straight line right from the top over here. I may go into extend it a little bit higher, but start from here. Okay, it doesn't really need to be that big. Okay, and I'm going to start paint a little very thin line. Using the calligraphy brush is just really helpful. The calligraphy brush has a really sharp point. You can paint very delicate small line. At the same time, the calligraphy brush can take lots of paint for a long time before you go back to reload the new paint. Okay, I draw this line all the way coming up over here. Look at where you are going. Okay, look at the direction, and all the way connected over there. This is good. Now this is not the portion of the line, and from the bottom all the way coming to the tip. Okay, look at it, control your brush. As long as you can control the brush movement, you can draw small line as you can. The brush can help you to draw different variety of lines very easily. Now add other line to it, and this and the bottom over here have a thicker wood all the way come out from the boat. Okay, let's remove some of the paint. We don't need that much paint in the brush to drawing those small line. Okay, keep going, and I decided to extend a little bit higher for the top over there. Okay, now I'm gonna paint some figures, some small shapes on the boat. Okay, draw a few lines coming from the sail. Okay, there's another one. It's very simple. the wood all the way coming down, and another figure over here. And also I want the body of the boat even a little bit darker, because the body of the boat is not translucent at all. It's like a solid object. Compare with the sails is fabric. It can see through some light from the back. So that's why the boat can be darker, but the sails can have some feeling of translucent. So I'm going to have a little bit darker color at the tip over here, and also sharpen that a little bit, and also tap in a little color. And I want to have the pose go a little bit higher. Okay, I'm going to refine the line coming down and tap a little bit darker color on the sails, and that just looks fantastic. And now this painting is finished. I hope you guys really have fun with this painting. If you need to have this brush, just come to Enjoying Art store. If you're already a member of the Enjoying Art community, please plan the schedules to come to join us on Friday. We have 2 sections. I'm looking forward to see you and paint with you next week.